You got to make sure you're in the right room each and every day, each and every moment. Here, I'll give you a little tip. They talk about personal. We're going to be working on business applications for the work that we're doing, but here's a secret. The personal influences business. Who you are and how you do things as a human being influences how you work in business. One of the things that we're going to do with the tools is we're going to turn them back in on ourselves. So rather than using the tool set as an excuse not to relate, because some people like to acquire learning in order to have weapons to use against other people, or they want to learn about rapport in order to be able to stand separate from other people, or they want to learn about all kinds of technical jargony kinds of things like metaprograms so that they can know what other people are. We're not going to do that in here. That is a waste of time. And the reason why that's a waste of time is because relationship happens by relating. If you want to build rapport, you relate with other people. Otherwise, just get a gun. Go invade another country, stand everybody up against the wall and say, you do what I'm going to tell you to do, or that's it. We don't need more tools for that. And you don't need NLP in order to be coercive. Yeah? What NLP is about is it's about finding out how things are working, how other people are manifesting in their communication, how we're working in relationship to that. And then we can figure out what needs to happen and then do it. No coercion necessary. If you've heard or read about NLP as arm twisting in any way, set it to one side. We're going to be doing no arm twisting. Everything that we say is going to make perfect sense in one frame of reference or another, just not necessarily always right up front. Sometimes things are going to be said that you're not going to understand. And it's important that we acknowledge right up front that understanding in here is the end. Think about it. If you had understanding right up in the front of everything, what would be the point? Yeah? Imagine you were going to go to school. You were a little kid and you were going to go to school. But you already understood. What would be the point? What we're going to learn how to do is learn how to understand at the end and then tear that apart. Because who wants an understanding at the end? If we come up with better questions, better directions, better things to do with our time in terms of our lives and what we're doing with it, that's really cool. But for me, the answers lie in the questions. We think we need to know certain things in order to move forward. We think we have to be a certain way before we can be happy, before we can be productive, before we can have the things that we want. And one of the things I want to do conclusively during the time that we're together is to demonstrate there is no prerequisite to being happy. There is no prerequisite to being productive. There is no prerequisite to doing the things you want to do. The actions, the activities, the verbings create themselves. It's going to be a very cool thing. One of the things I can promise you is while we're together, this time and during the next time, you're going to start noticing certain things that used to be problems just going away. They're just going to fall away. And it won't be because of some technique, nor will it be because of some, I love that, unconscious suggestion. No. It will be because you'll start to see and hear and feel exactly how you're making yourself miserable. Because you'll start to see, hear, and feel how you're taking what's going on in your environment around you and using it as a pretext for being annoyed, being unhappy, being unproductive, being whatever. And funny things will start happening around that, I'm telling you. All of a sudden, like for example, you know that person? You know that one who, I don't know, there's just something about them. You don't like the shape of their head, They don't like the shape of yours. They annoy you. They're going to change while you're here on this course. Something will happen. Actually, what it'll be is I'm going to call each of them. So I have all your telephone numbers. I'm now going to start talking with everybody in your home environment, and they're going to change mysteriously. Yeah? That person's not going to bug you as much anymore, you know? You're going to have a look at them, and you're going to go, Michael called you, didn't he? You're just doing this to wind me up, to test me, aren't you? And they're going to go, what? They're going to pretend like they don't know. Won't that be cool? Yeah? There'll be some things that used to annoy you that just won't anymore. There'll be some things that used to trouble you that'll just go away. And suddenly, you're going to start to notice there's just this one thing that really has to be addressed. Just one.